A&E series exposes the potential dangers and the impact of some of the young men and women who participate in what they call the dark side of Greek role. It's called Houses of Horror, Secrets of College Greek Life. Today I have Tom and Mary Pat Santulli, excuse me, I apologize, who are the parents of Danny Santulli, a college student who actually participated in dangerous hazing event here in Missouri at the University of Missouri. It left them unable to walk, talk, or see. Good morning to both of you. How are you?
We're doing okay. We're doing okay.
Good morning. We're doing well. We're hanging in there.
I have to admit, in watching that episode, I got a little emotional. It was it was something else. So I can't imagine what you two have went through and what you're still going through and taking care of Danny. First of all, let's talk about realizing something wasn't right in the beginning.
Well, I mean, he first of all, there wasn't a lot of communication because I felt like I could never really talk to him. He'd always be like, I can't talk now. I have to be at the house. I'll call you later. I mean, a lot of that was going on, and I was, it gets frustrating. But there's when we went down there for family weekend, a couple days before he was forced to jump into a dumpster and he cut open his foot, had to go to the emergency room. However, Danny said that he just, he stepped on a piece of glass walking down the street. But he was told not to tell us what actually happened. So there's a lot of, the secrecy. But actually the weekend before the incident happened, he did break down to his sister. And, just he was kind of tired of it. He would, his grades were slipping.
His bank account.
His bank account was being drained. He just kind of had it. And at that point, we did talk to him and, just said, if this is something you don't want to do, that's fine. He was pretty quiet about it. He didn't, I just told him, you do what you feels best. And, I told him I loved him and he told me he loved me back. And that was my last conversation with him.
That was the last conversation that Sunday before the incident on Tuesday night.
And then we got a call at 1:30 in the morning.
Tom, in getting that call and adding everything up and seeing the surveillance tape and seeing what was going on, what were you thinking? I mean, you went to college? Did you go to college, Tom? Yeah,
Yes.
And I did too. So hazing back then wasn't like what I'm seeing today. What were your thoughts on that?
I'm saying, wow, this is how extreme they go. Like, whatever happened to hey, you want a can of beer, you want a Truly's, right? You want a White Claw, right? Something that's not going to put you in the ICU, but it's like you got to give him a full bottle of Tito's vodka and then tell him to finish it. He just graduated high school. He's 140 pounds. Like, seriously, what are you thinking?
How is the legal battle going now? Is it still going on?
It's all done. It's all done. The civil went first, and that was quick. Had a great lawyer, and he's been doing it for 40 years, so he knows the ins and outs and got it done. Missouri stepped up. Boone County stepped up to the plate, and they have hazing laws, and it needs to be buttoned up a little bit, but they followed the law, and people went to jail, whether it was for 2 days, whether it's for 30 days, whether it's for 6 months. And it's done. All the cases are done.
Mary Pat, how are you handling or taking care of Danny now? Is that still a 24-hour situation?
It is. Tom and I are the main caregivers. However, we have nurses and caregivers and therapists. It's a full team. We have a lot of support from everybody, our families as well. So yeah, we feel very blessed to have, so many people that take such good care of Danny, and he feels loved. So yeah, he's getting stronger and we're doing the best we can. And we'll, continue to try new therapies and whatever we can to make his quality of life better.
start off with you, Mary Pat, and then you, Tom. What would you say to other parents whose children are about to enter college? You know, this is August, and there's a lot of freshman years for a lot of students out there.
Well, I would just say, you know, you really need to sit down and talk to your kids, and actually do your research. If there's certain organizations that they're interested in, you know, find out if they've had previous violations. Just talk to more people about which ones, you know, which ones are good, which ones, you know, don't have a history of this kind of behavior. I would just make sure, you know, if you feel your child's not ready to be in that type of environment, just have them wait another semester, which I think that should be mandatory at all universities or colleges. I don't think it's something that they should do right out of high school. It's just going to college is a big step anyway. So I would just do your homework and, you know.
And when you participate, you know, just know who your friends are and know who your enemies are. That's a big, big deal. You know, there's going to be bad actors. There's going to be, you know, some bad kids, and there's going to be some great kids. And, you know, your personality would fit better with that person. So that's a big deal. So know who your friends are.
Any other information that the school has given you, University of Missouri, about the future of how they handle this?
Yeah, they are putting, you know, programs in place and just trying to like educate the kids coming in more, having more programs available. They also want us to come and speak in the fall. But they also, there's Danny's law that they're trying to get passed, that would, you know, give someone immunity if they did pick up the phone and call 911. I mean, these kids have to be aware that, if, you know, they can't be afraid to call for help if they see someone in distress, and that's the biggest thing. They feel like they're gonna be made fun of, they're gonna get in trouble, but they have to realize they're saving somebody's life.
Well, at the end of the day, it's a life or death situation when you call 911, but they're afraid because they want to protect the fraternity. And what we found out is the fraternity doesn't care about anybody but themselves. So
yeah, I saw that in the.
They don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, they care, but they, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been speaking with Tom and Mary Pat Santulli about their son, Danny Santulli. It's the Dark Side of Greek Role A&E series expose on college Greek life. It's called Houses of Horror. Again, I have to say again, it was a little emotional watching that and seeing how the whole thing was handled. Tom, I'm kind of like you. You have that look on your face like, yeah.
I think you and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
I see it every day.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you again for joining us on Morning Blend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.